5 market watch. Let's see what I'm looking for this to happen. Like I see it's like a wick fill, like I'll eventually like 50% of this gem could be filled. Uh, this price already on sales. The daily. The thing about it is that, bro, I've hardly seen something like this happen, right? Based on the daily, like look, let's just look at the daily and see what has happened in the past. Like, look at this. We have big bearish, almost 75% of the bearish candle filled, and then complete engulfing. Let's see if that happened before in the past. Um, you see, usually when price does something like that, you see, let's look on sales side. Let's see all the sales. Then we see something similar like this happen. See, it's like this is like 75%, but engulfing. 50% engulfing can happen, of course. Um, so entire candle like this at a level like this. Yeah, so kind of shows me that I need one, and one of these one close. I'm saying I already got one close. So this is like live. Like, okay, it's cool. Right here, the price, and then engulfs it. So based on this, it shows that it could possibly happen. I guess based on sales, you see. See, this is what I believe. Like this is what I feel to look more like it makes more sense, right? Price came here, so 75%. Created, you know, this candle and then drop. But then you see, you actually still see this happen. I mean, this is like a good example right here. Doji first and then drop. Okay, so let's just go back, bro. Like, cause I'm literally not seeing anything really um that can confirm that, bro. So the question is, do I see price engulfing this in one daily move? It could possibly happen because of the Trump markets. Could possibly happen. And how price is right here right now. Price is legit about to close. If this 4 hour closes, you know what I'm saying. So let's go on the weekly. The weekly, there you get the doji daily. You know what I'm saying. Price could continue to fill this wick. I do believe I could see price continue to fill this wick. I do see something like this happening because now of what's going on with Trump and all that extra stuff. The only thing is that the price tap or price is not at this level. This is amazing. Um, perfect, bro. Like this right here, to be real with you, this is the sell right here. Price about this level, DP right here, 2 times that. The only thing I can say is that, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, to be real with you, I'm not entering this trade until I see I want this kind of want this daily to close. I want this daily to close as like a doji. Once at 5 o'clock, once this goes to doji, then I'll be looking for when price is doing like a slight little, reach retrace like during London, and I'll enter like in a little higher stakes up here, stops above here. But I prefer like just how this candle is. I believe that we're priced to engulf this right now. Can it happen now? Of course it could because of Trump and what's going on. That it could have this strong engulfing. Does it look clean? I do see it does look clean, but I prefer the doji first. And then enter on that. On this pullback like that. Something like that. Like I prefer that. See price reject that area. But, you know, it is what it is. This could come and go straight now based on what's going on with Trump. And all these tariffs and all a whole bunch of BS that he's doing, bro. But I'm looking to sell USD CAD. USD CAD seems like the only trade that I'm really interested in. CAD JPY, you know what I'm saying? Like giving bullish vibes. GBP USD, the only way I'll be interested in this. Price pull back into this area right here. Um, Price pull back to this area, then I'll be interested in the selling down. So right now, just literally USD CAD is the only trade I can see happening this week. And how would I go about this? I would literally go about it like this. I risk 2% in total. Would open two separate 1%, risk. When price eventually hits the 1-to-1, I made 1% back off that. That cancels when I make that 1% back, right? And I close it, and I made 1%. So now let's just say if price were to come back and stop me out, I made 1,000, and then that risk I lost 1,000. So it equals out to like break even. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I don't put it break even because price could still come here and then eventually shoot down. So I prefer just to have extra risk. And guess what now? That 1% is close. I have 1% in profit. And if it hits this TP, then I make 3% on top of that. So in total, 4%. So it's basically like you risking 2% to make a 1 to 2. You know what I'm saying? Um, but with the chances of break evens. So if I could just cancel out those trades that could possibly be losses, then I prefer that than you know because 50%, a little over 50% of my trades hit around TP1. You know what I'm saying? So I can cut my losses by 50%. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the basic math of everything. Kind of sounds like a headache, but you understand trading and you understand what's going on when it comes down to big stuff. You understand. So USD CAD, that's what I'm looking for. Don't die on me, bro. USD CAD, that's what I'm looking for. And once I see all of that happening, so let's wait. We're waiting for London session. Once London session hits, then most definitely, then USD CAD would be a deal. But I'm waiting for London session, waiting for this to close at a wick or something, and then enter, for the sell to the downside. So yeah.